collective energy reading. Please only take what resonates. Always only leave the rest for the best. Don't stress. We're going to clear the air with some Palo Santo. All that energy that people want to be able to project towards you, take it or leave it. They better receive it, because they're not receiving the rightful knowledge. They better start receiving it, because you're destroying every power of satanic arrest within your life. And all satanic arresting agents, release me. I command every spiritual contamination in my life to be able to receive cleansing. Let the bush of the Most High scrub out all the dirty in my spiritual pipe. So fake knowledge, fake wisdom, move with love. I destroy everything that is representing me in a demonic world with fire of the Most High. Teach me to unalive to myself. That's when you have to have that wisdom, that knowledge for you to know about it's transformation. It's change of thoughts, feelings, attitude, emotions. That's when you have to move with love. And every Ross spiritual pipe in my life receive that wholeness with love and joy. And that's you processing the wisdom of truth, connecting, change. That's the catalyst. And spirit of the living God within, awaken the whole of my being. That's that raw spirit that's unlocking those keys to the mysteries. I'm commanding that hole in my spiritual pipe to be closed. Oh God, stretch me and renew my strength, that spirit within, getting that inner standing to be able to overstand, be brave. That's when you're persistent, taking courage and control of your skills, your life, your abilities, and stretching out and renewing your strength. That Holy Spirit, open your eyes to have that discernment, that third eye activated. You're seeing that all eyes, that all knowing beyond the visible. That's making invisible veil to you. So you're revealing, it's healing those emotions, family, friends, steadfast, connecting, that interconnectedness, looking at the histories to the mysteries, to the story, the illusions to confusions, highlighting. That's initiating your calling within your fire, that spiritual fire, to have that strength, that energy, that passion to be creative. And your spiritual pipe to be able to receive that strength within inside of you against any contamination. That Holy Spirit to be able to open your eyes and let even the revelations, that vision of the Most High, the Holy Spirit, that's what you're looking for, processing within inside of you. Those divine feminines, masculines, family members, as well as friends. They're now processing information because they're getting that revelations. That's when you have to start revealing. It's healing the heart, those cycles. When you go on, this is when you get steadfast, organized, look at your structures, the firm foundations, where you put yourself in life, how you see yourself, mother figure, father figure, are you nurturing, are you caring, are you moving with love? That's when you're looking to be able to see, oh, what I'm creating, what I'm possessing, and this is who I am and how I portray myself to the world. Because wise men turning backwards, their knowledge is foolish. Stay woke. So when you turn backwards, you're on that karmic cycle, because you've got these things that are hidden because of the habits and illusions and confusions. 6, because those choices when you're having relationships and you're not balanced of one's mind. Someone will come and speak the truth from the community, beat, true, that had your name in their mouth. Keep being you. Keep being real. Discovering what's for me and what's not for me. So you keep being real because you discover what's for you and what's for you, not for you. So you know when you're around certain people, places, working, and you're socializing, family, friends, and you're with those people for a reason. It's that cycle for you to know better, for you to do better, because you knew you weren't turning backwards from your knowledge. You kept on moving, progressing. People was procrastinating. They wanted you to be confused and lost within your mind, but had a dream, taking notes. So you had the dream, you're taking notes now. This divine masculine, feminine could have had a dream. They're taking notes about the home, the foundations, about habits, a feminine energy. They could be thinking about you, justice. Because that's when you know it's underneath it. Sage of Swords. They could be seeing now, gaining that wisdom, higher clarity, truth, wise, knowledge, gaining understanding about family members and friends who was speaking, who was blocking and stopping, who thought they was being creative because it was indecisive about choices. Now they've got a social awareness of you, so they were speaking because they've got a social awareness of you. Your skills, your creative skills, where you're working, you're moving, steadfast, organised, speaking, standing within your truth. Certain people was being a fool, didn't realise when they were speaking, wasn't speaking the truth in regards towards you, was doing it with fire, or because of the ego. or because it was thought it was brave and it was trying to control your partner, choices, minds. That's when they were spiritually blocked, spiritually blind, didn't have manners and didn't respect you. Just as someone will come and speak the truth from the community and had your name in their mouth. Keeps being you. So it could be this King of Swords, Sage of Swords, sorry, that will come in to try and come and give you balance, justice, because you're that star. They got a social awareness of you. They had a dream. Now they're seeing. They're having a little awakening because they're evolving now. It's that progress. And they must have been seeing you progressing. This dream. Chariot, to be able to move forward about the choices, about partners, how they was indecisive. Now they're looking back towards you because they can see illusions, confusions. You could have had a dream that they was illusion, confusions. They was all aggressive, controlling, indecisive, had these habits around this feminine energy. 6 of Wands, success. They could see you as a success. They had a dream about you and your success. You're moving forward with willpower. You've got strength, you're courageous, you're caring, providing, supporting, assisting. Now they're thinking, quick thinking about the choices that they made. Looking back towards you with passion. Let no one deceive you in any way. The falling way consists. The lowless will be revealed. Oppose, exhort above the Almighty. So they're seeing that lowless, that sage. This could be a 5 sign coming towards you to be able to speak this truth. Family members, friends. It could have been a family member or a friend. I didn't mean to say 5 signs because these 5 signs just keep coming up. Because you're saying they was hiding these illusions. They could see that transformation and a change. A family member could be seeing now. And you was being deceived. And people's trying to lie on your name. Causing confusion because the way you're creating and you're speaking and you're moving. About the choices. People, your lovers and ideas. That's about you, your inner peace and the way you was balancing, you was transforming. They could have tried to say that you was having these illusions. They was blocked. They scared now, after all. They're my bitches, no. So now they're feeling it. So now they've got to be able to come and tell you because they're scared. So their scales was unbalanced. Now their heart's getting weighed. Stop being rebellious. Listen, take counsel. Cover with that spirit of the Most High. So now they're listening, taking counsel, covering the spirit of the Most High. 7, getting high awareness, high awakening, moving with love. Because that's that strength of you, the Pharaoh. To be able to trust in the shadow of the Most High. So they was blocked like the shadow, Pharaoh. They was like that lion. And you go into Egypt and you're standing out there. They need to have that awakening. They could have that Pharaoh's awakening. Highlighting themselves, coming to talk this truth towards you. Because they wasn't wise and they was turning backwards. So now they're gaining that knowledge because they can see there was a foolish man. They need to be able to stay awoke. Because they can see this about this Queen of Pentacles. This feminine energy. They can see you as a Queen of Pentacles. You're creative, caring, nurturing, providing, supporting, assisting. They could be coming to be able to speak about their heart, their love, their emotions, creative skills, clarity, high awareness, about actions, people blocking. They can see you've got that high clarity and awareness connected to the divine, spiritually, mentally woke. Now they're coming towards you because they can see your skills, the way you're working and what you're providing and who you're providing for. They can see the truths. Now they're scared because that 4 of Cups. Awaken their emotions. 15, they can see they was on that karmic cycle. They was having devil energies. That's when you're looking because the illusions, their mindset. They're gaining introspection about the actions that they took. They didn't give you justice because the Ace of Wands, when they was working and having extra energies with different people. 11, 4, you can see ancestral. 4, they could have had a feminine energy in their community. Holding on for money, for a property. For services, they've got to go to court in regards to this home. 1-5, about a child. They was creative. They could have had a child and who they were serving. It's the truth because they was having extra energies. That Queen of Pentacles. That Queen of Pentacles could have been holding on them on because of money. That's because they couldn't. It didn't understand. Now they may see you as a Queen of Pentacles. You was loyal, you was caring. You was enabling people to be able to grow. You had that understanding. They was insecure. Stop being rebellious. Temperaments. They didn't have no temperaments. They lacked balance. They was releasing those emotions. They didn't know how to release emotions. Now they can see that ego, that pride. Their dignity got in the way. It's Queen of Cups. They can see your balance. People tried to knock you off your balance. They thought you was being rebellious. Now they was rebelling against you because of their ego and their pride. And when they was flight detached, having extra energies with people in their community, family, friends, social awareness, business, giving, receiving, child, services, seeking information, providing a service. You could have been caring, nurturing, providing a service. You were strong-willed. You knew you had that power and success to be able to keep moving forward. They deceived you, lied, betrayed, stole, spoke bad words against you. That Queen of Pentacles, a family member, a friend, somebody within the community, that masculine. They spoke bad in regards towards you, deceived, lied, bad words, says you was not caring, you weren't nurturing, you didn't have high clarity, your wisdom. They could have said you wasn't balanced, you wasn't lovable, you weren't stable, nurturing, supporting. The knowledge is safe with you. So you know the knowledge was safe with you about them not having higher clarity. They were spiritually, mentally and emotionally blocked about the feminine, masculine. They weren't loyal the way they was being creative, holding on, running after golden calves. They weren't looking at the mysteries to their stories. They thought they was wise when they was in the communities, and how they put themselves in public, indecisive because they was insecure. That was all because they had issues, and it was like how they possessed their mindset, or because of the ego and the pride. That was because they were still institutionalized within their mind. They didn't know how to be able to express themselves, and wasn't so loyal because it was father mother issues. It stemmed back from childhood, or when they was being creative and when they was trying to create and who you was creating with, and you're taking that action. They wasn't thinking direct, controlling, Mars, aggressive energy, cause conflict, ego, that ram. And they won't listen to that spirit within inside of them because they didn't have compassion about the heart. All of a sudden their heart's awakening now because they've listened to that spirit within inside. They're having that spiritual box because they can see. Now they're gaining introspection, high clarity in regards to the choices that they had. They was not caring towards you. Knowledge is private property. To own it, you have to work hard at it. So they didn't understand that higher clarity. To work hard at it, you have to use your heart. You have to be balanced. You have to have steadfast, connect to the spirit, physical, mentally, emotionally. 3.5 hours sleep. Spiritual people, but keep going. So they could be unbalanced. You're feeling that you lack sleep. 3, 2, 9. They can see 9, high clarity. They may be trying to make you feel stressed and all in conflict. But you keep going because you know it's a part of the ascensions. That's when they come with these new moons, and it's illusions and confusions because they lied about you, betrayed and stole. Bad words, self, all from your masculine, for money, to be able to speaking. They were speaking lies in regards towards you about your attitude, your approach, how you wasn't balanced, you wasn't caring, you weren't nurturing, you were stable. You wasn't stable. You wasn't using your intuitions. You weren't intuitive. They was competing against you because the knowledge was safe with you about the actions that they did, and you were speaking the truth. 2-6, about when they had extra energies. 8, and was on that karmic cycle because they phoned you, called you, spoke to you, told you about the masculine. They was lying. They was holding on because they wanted to hold on to the masculine, so they blocked you. 11, you're gaining insight because it was insecure. They wanted what you had because that was you going towards your freedom. They didn't see, they seen the originality, the way you connected, you seen the habits, you was loyal. Now they can see how the way you was nurturing, caring, stable, providing. They was not balanced, they was holding on to you masculine for a child. I do all things with awareness, presence and intention. So they know that they was doing it with presence, awareness, intentions for money, sexual energies with your partner. 8, idolizing you, a family member, a friend, holding on, letting you know there was a karmic cycle, all for money, spell work, high priestess, because you was a high priestess. Now they're looking back towards you. 10, 14, you had that balance, you was that temperament. All of a sudden now they're looking back. Tower moment, they're having stress and conflict. Because 3.5 hours spiritual sleep. They didn't lack balance, they won't be able to sleep now. 16, they lack balance because they can't sleep now. No harmony. They thought you was going to be unbalanced. You had that harmony, you were still able to be able to move. Because you live in that harmony in the world. Listen to the spirit within inside of you. Balance. They was trying to cause illusions and confusions, put people on karmic cycles. You had temperament. You gain that understanding. You listen to that spirit, that higher awareness within inside. Now they can see the kindness of your Queen of Cups because you was caring, nurturing, going towards that success. 2, they could be listening to their spirit now and seeing you're a high priestess. Why? They was a fool. They wouldn't listen to the rules. They wasn't cool because they was fussing about. That's when the mindset towards money, they didn't look at their values and what they was valuing. They didn't have that inner standing because they now have stress and conflict, because that's when you have sexual energies and you're looking idealistic, jealous, or because you're insecurities, or because you're detached from emotions, thoughts and feelings. These are these family members and friends in your community you socialized with, parted with, went to college with, knew from a long time, that was lying on your name because you was a high priestess and you wasn't able to use your intuition, so you move with love. And they lacked love, lacked compassion, lacked understanding, spiritually, mentally broke. They was like unstable. You know, when you're running to be able to get a job and they're not working and they're not doing that job, they want your skills, they didn't want to know how to work for it. Now they're critically thinking because they're anxious now because of the no judgments taking place. It's double judgment. Revelations, it's revealing. It's now they're awakening to the actions that they took. Look, 18. They're a karmic cycle because they're delusions doing spell work around the feminine energy, blocking for more extra energies, put themselves on a karmic cycle. That's when you go round and round I go. Where I stop, you will never know, because they didn't have self-compassion. That's because they lacked compassion for others. And if you didn't have compassion for yourself, how could they have it for you? If they wasn't caring and nurturing, they lacked values, and their values mindset was towards money, physical things that they can see. They didn't care about choices and relationships. They were just having extra energies, draining all your energy off you. And all of a sudden now, they can see they're acting the way you was moving, because now I'm feeling, I'm evolving. I can see you're empowering them now, because they was really empowering them. That's what it was, because you move with love. And all of a sudden, they love you, and they can see a property awaits. Prosperity. Property must await you as well, because I've said property, prosperity, financial abundance is coming. Financial abundance is coming. Look, I've said it twice. It's definitely coming your way. People is idolizing your financial abundance because that's about inheritances, taxes, loans. That's things that you inherited from the spirit, divine spirit within inside of you to be able to grow. People's trying to dominate over your mind, over resources. That will say you didn't have that understanding for transformation, change, karmic cycles, Scorpios. They're looking at, because that's the afterlife, and you have to go back. These people's in your past life, your waking life, and you can see they come in this life to all try to block you. 222 about your abundance, your balance, your relationships. 29 because that was about the divine. It was all like divinely guided, divine timing, divine wisdom, your wisdom. You seek that wisdom from within. That's your inner guidance, intuition. They couldn't take that away from you. There's family members and friends. That masculine. They're having a stress because now I know I had a relationship with you in the past life. Oh, see, I still love you. That's the kaleidoscope's ever-changing, multifaceted, its nature, its life, its beauty, its complexities. Consistent transformation through shifting perspectives. Experiences and rotating, it's revealing new ways, patterns and colours of our life. It's filled with that unique dynamic. Patterns that shift and evolve, mirroring constant change. And it's that transformative experience in our life, each revealing a new perspective. It's reminding us all of the journey of consciousness, growth, evolution. Now they see you're interconnected, and they see that unfolded love with you, trying to cultivate a greater awareness, personal growth, and looking for endless possibilities with you. They see your beauty and its meaning, and it's still wanting that energetic feel. Right, I feel funny because I swallowed something, but I feel like it's in my throat, guys. So if I sound funny, I don't know if I'm going to be sick or something. They tried listening to your relationship. So they tried a relationship. So they tried to see your relationship, listen to your readings. So they're out here watching you listen to these readings. Not everybody works at the same speed as you. Allow room for change, time to grow. So they was on the slow bus, creating opportunities, utilizing my free will to be able to raise my vibration, inspiring, lighting up others. So you're helping others, lighting up these divine feminines and masculines to get lit now in their heart chakra. Now they want to be able to catch up. Oh, say you're inspiring people. Now they want to be able to catch up because they're recharging now. After they was throwing big shade. with these hidden agendas. That's what those family members and friends, they was snakes, they could be coming in. Secret intentions, manipulation, they was disguising things as kindness, hidden motivations. That's what they're going to come and tell you. Now they're seeing this false alarm, giving them gifts and trying to act like it was all nice. They wasn't listening to the signs and the guides, and all of a sudden they're seeing it now because that secret admirer, they could be secret admiring you because they're having this ascension. You can see blind date, two-faced. So they were at them. So they had this. So now they're having this ascension about the things that was hidden. A false alarm about these blind dates. They won't listen to the sign about these two-faced admirer, hidden. Because I was a previous two-faced. They could see side hustling. Secret admirer. They were watching you because they was having a sneaky link. They could have been sneaky linking, having blind dates, two-faced around other people. They didn't listen to the guidance. They had hidden agendas. Now they're having these ascensions. It was a part of the natural disaster. Tunnel inside. So you see this inside information. They was trying to block people's minds, block people's thoughts. And now you can see these man-made disasters, surveillance. People be watching, analysing about the actions that people took. Fire. Could be a fire sign inside now because you're getting that scoop about people's illusions when they was meeting. And the surveillance and watching people with a two-faced mind because who they was dating and the secret admiring each other. So they could be surveying you now because that's beach when they was on that beach and they're not so happy on that beach because they're releasing these emotions. Because that light, that higher clarity and awareness about the actions. People was trying to do that, came out reverse. Could have been. They could be feeling inside like they're having that inner living moment now. Because this mundane disaster, you could be hearing about these things that's happening in the sky. And that ends up happening. Disaster, man-made. These fake people trying to clean up these things. The illusions, what they was trying to block. Tunnel. Now they could be in tunnel vision. They was made probably in that tunnel. Something in that tunnel could be needed to get cleaned up. Dating. Caregiver. So that caregiver was hiding things, blocking people to not be able to go, putting people in debt. Grandparents, money, assets, natural disaster. They could have lost that. Sneaker links and giving it away because they didn't lack value. Well, they lacked values. And they didn't have that self-love because they feel like now they've realised that light's shining. They maybe want to unalive themselves because it's that deep down awakening fire. That's when you have to clean up because the passionate people talk. So you have to put those blocks in place, be brave. Because you see, it was unappreciated. You see now people try to unalive you, make you feel like you was nothing. You seen, you surveyed. You seen the underparts when people self-sabotaging. I messed up the good thing I had in my life. And our caregiver, because they can see they have this two-faced energy. And I want to fix our connection. They can see you as that right caregiver, you as a carer, provider, supporter. They're feeling broken without your love. Because that self-sabotage, they know. Triggers. They've got receipts ready. Evidence is lining up. Messages, it's revealing its merits, it's the truth. And that's what revealing towards them now. Best of time, they could be seeing her and they was dating and who they was talking to. Friends know the real story. Information connects. They're seeing that sense now. Not this again because they sabotaged it. It's like they've been there, done that, wore the t-shirt. Same cycle because they was heart was broken because they was insecure. They didn't know how to love. Never had a love like this before. The fake friends. It's always a fake fucking friend, innit? Fake family member. Reality check. Now all of a sudden they miss you. Fake friend, a fake family member. You never listen to the warnings because they always want to block you. Always ready to watch you. But when you're doing stuff, because we had that money mindset, they was already looking for that abundance, money, watching you, your creative skills, the way you are working, the way you're not working when you've got what you've got. Because there was agents, satanic agents out there all ready to block you. They were violating, chatting shit, voicing opinions about you. That's when people are judging you. And you've got to be non-judgmental. And they say, I'm non-judgmental, but they didn't have no values. They didn't care. They just wanted people to see them flossing out on the road. They didn't have no moral compass. They was flawed, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally flawed. They didn't like your glow because you was too glowy. You was multifaceted. You had that connection. They was foolish. You got it. They didn't have it. They was moving like in one click. Weird. In a crew. Look, like my letters and my name are coming out. You just was out here revealing things. Because you was real. Repping. And they would try to be like a republic of you. Like replica of you. They tried to be like you. Kel. They may be in a cell. Now there's like well. Pel. Police. Gates. He was a gatekeeper. They was trying to gatekeep his shit. Could have been family. Could have been a friend. Fate. They didn't know about fate. At the spiritual gate. R-A-P-E. Grape. Leak. It was weak. Tri-tech. Could be fraudulent. They could have done checks in your name. They could have wrote things out in your name. Letters. Let. It's my name. Just need a O. C-O-L-L-E-T-T. One dry E at the end. Wow. Take it all as it resonates. Just remember you're great. You're guided. You're protected. They're having a Kundalini arising. That spiritual box. It's like a dark night in the soul. They're frightened now. They're watching you. Now watch when they see. Tell. Someone's coming to tell you. E-W-L. K-C-T. G-L-P. R-V-F. They fell. Someone's leg. Take it all as it resonates. We tell. See. The level. R-A-P. Plate. Plea. They're going to plea. Looking at their values. Going to claim grape. Someone's going to try and claim grape.